Want to bet? You could have the chance to do so in Chicago as the city moves forward with long-awaited plans for a casino. Amanda Vinicky joins us now to talk about next steps. Amanda, what's the latest?
Well, Brandis, the cards have been dealt, if you will, and now Chicago has to weigh its options with the 5 bids that it received Friday to decide which company, if any, has the winning hand and where. Now, there is a chance that a casino could be built here at what is now a mostly vacant lot near the South Loop in Chinatown, pitched by developers as the 78, as in Chicago's 78th community area. Or perhaps the casino may land in Convention Central on the grounds of McCormick Place. Also an option. In all, Chicago receiving a handful of options, 5 from 3 different developers. Now, the bids themselves are not yet public at this point. The city has just released the names of the corporations that submitted proposals. And one of those proposals comes from a Hard Rock entity. A spokesperson did not return calls, so we don't know at this point where the Hard Rock would propose to build. Now, you also have Rush Street Gaming proposing casinos at the 78. Again, that's that parcel of land near the South Loop in Chinatown slated for major development. Or the McCormick Place Lakeside Center, where conventioneers could provide a lot of the casino's business. And then there's Bally's Corporation, the gambling and entertainment company. They also are proposing a McCormick Place location near the old Michael Reese site. Also, another proposal for the former Chicago Tribune Publishing Center near Chicago Avenue and Halsted, close to the North Branch of the Chicago River. Corey Aronovitz runs Chicago's casino law group and says each contender brings something to the table. Local casino magnate Neil Bloom's Rush Street has developed casinos in Pittsburgh, also Philadelphia, and runs Illinois' highest grossing casino, Rivers in Des Plaines. So he says it's got a strong local brand. Now, Hard Rock, meanwhile, has a new casino in nearby Gary, Indiana, and is also soon going to be opening a casino in Rockford.
Valley doesn't have a casino here, and what's interesting about their bid, Amanda, is that they want to make this their sort of global landmark, their #1 property. So there's some upside in those types of bids. Rivers is certainly very successful. They're in multiple jurisdictions, and Hard Rock is certainly building its brand, especially with an announcement that they're going to reinvest into Las Vegas market. So you have some real strong suitors.
Strong suitors or suits, can't help it there. But also you're missing some really big names in the gaming industry, MGM, Wynn, or as Mayor Lightfoot once put it, proposals with Las Vegas addresses. Now, Northeastern Illinois University economist Mike Wentz has studied gambling and how that pairs up with local economics. And he says that part of why you see some folks not participating is because of all of the competition. The same law that authorized Chicago's casino also authorized new casinos. There's the one in Rockford, but also Waukegan and the south suburbs, and not to mention all of Illinois' existing casinos.
The market has become much more saturated than it used to. And even within Illinois, the advent of sports gambling and sports books has made the market maybe a little bit less lucrative for newcomers to enter.
Now, Chicago officials weigh their options from these 5 proposals. They've got a lot to consider. Wentz says the goal of a casino is really twofold: to raise revenue for Chicago's budget, which of course could use it, and also to create jobs. So that's to be considered when it comes to location.
You want your tourists and out-of-towners and the people who can most afford to spend money in casinos to have as good of access as possible to the casinos. The second one is you want to have the neighborhoods where you're hoping to generate employment growth have access as well. And those aren't necessarily the same places.
Now, for his 2 cents, Aronovitz was interested in a downtown location, but in terms of what you just heard Wentz talking about, well, he says that McCormick Place fits the bill. The west side of it already been developed with Wintrust Arena, for example. But then there is still room to grow, and it's nearly ready to go for a temporary casino while the bigger one is built.
East McCormick is, in need of sort of a facelift. So how do you take that iconic building? How do you retrofit it? You get up and open quickly, and you continue to do economic development. It's a tremendous opportunity to repurpose existing facility. You stop the flow of traffic to Indiana, and there's not many businesses that would be adversely affected right in that area.
At DL3 Realty, Leon Walker is focused on real estate development that creates jobs and improves neighborhoods. And central for him is that a casino is located near public transportation.
You put it in a location where public transit is diminished or lacking, then we're not really doing the best we can to connect to the neighborhoods. And I'm very, very focused on this being not just an opportunity for a few, but being an opportunity that's inclusive of all.
Which gets to the social equity component. There, of course, are going to be jobs created. So things like tellers, servers, card dealers, but leadership roles too. And Walker says the city needs to keep that in mind as it assesses applications.
That can be through contracting opportunities. There are opportunities for local businesses to participate in this, a mega opportunity that a casino represents, and they can build and grow locally in their own neighborhoods.
Northeastern Wentz says that Chicago also needs to be mindful that it is not putting a casino in an already distressed community, given proof, he says, that casinos can be troublesome in terms of causing pathological gambling addictions. And also to consider places like Atlantic City. A casino coming to an already developed area didn't create or add jobs, it displaced existing businesses.
It would be great for the casino operator. I mean, think of the traffic, think of the people who go through there on a daily basis. It would, and so I think that the city should bear in mind what makes the most sense for the city rather than what makes most sense for a developer.
Once they're talking about traffic, if a casino were to go at that former Chicago Tribune Publishing Center site. Now, in terms of next steps, well, we really don't have a clear timeline for when the city is going to be making its choices and when we'll learn more about what is behind these bids. We do know, however, this isn't just a casino. Chicago's request for proposal wanted anybody who submitted an application to put forward a plan for an entire resort complex with hotel, restaurants, shops, and an entertainment value, plus slots at the airports. So with that, Brandis, that's back to you.
Amanda, thank you.